Yo. Sup, everybody? I think Ichiban Masato is supposed to join us sooner or later, but I'm not sure about that. The Spectre is open for anybody who saw the notification. Hold on for full 1 minute to see if anybody hops on the stream. Also, like, posting the link to selections and whatnot. So, what's in the news these days? What's going on in the news? Anybody, I guess we're, still, pulling out of, Afghanistan. Pretty cool. Pretty base. Alright, so I sort of cheated since the last time I played this game. I actually like looked at the walkthrough and kind of realized that you're not supposed to just like talk to people. You're also supposed to like collect the items that are apparently available. But I don't actually know how to do that. Hold on one second. I'll just figure it out. Maybe I can collect this fucking... So I guess I should also talk a little bit like why I decided to play this game. Basically, like, so all probably know I'm Wallet Snake. I'm a yeah. So I'm Wallet Snake. I'm a 14-year-old girl. I live in Neo, Italy 6. Which is, for you, Baka Gaijin is, what we on a show called Italy, and like the plaid shirt man that I seem to be playing as, my dad is also sick. He's in a coma right now in Cyprus, or as we like to call it, Neo Cyprus 4, which is an island off the coast of Italy. And I don't know a lot about my dad, honestly, but I do know that he's from America. Bigga cheeseburger land. Nice. But that's about the extent of my knowledge. So I decided to play an American video game about like what it's like to live in America, a way to learn more about my father's culture and where I come from. But before I really get started, I'm just gonna use my Neo-Italian 6 phone, which is made out of lasagna, to look up how I select and take items in this game. Maybe I can like reopen the. So the cursor should just change. Now I'm taking object. Examining that. Target. Okay. Very excited to see how combat works in this game, because overall it does not seem. So I'm taking a more careful look at the cursor now. And yes, before you ask, that's how ladies in Italy I've just been informed that my good friend Ichiban Masato is going to join me in just a second.
Hey, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can.
Okay, awesome. Yeah, I just sent you the password. I'm gonna actually just put it on my screen for you since you're already setting up the screen.
Konnichiwa, gomen nasai, Ichiban Masato! Hello!
Hello?
Hello! Konnichiwa!
Are you live now?
I am live, I've been
Okay.
live. I've just been talking into the
Konnichiwa?
void. Yeah, konnichiwa. Alright. I actually like looked at a walkthrough for this, so I actually kind of like have an idea of like what I'm doing now, so
It's big. Annoying right now. I'm gonna put that up.
actually like accomplishing things, you know, instead of just
Browsing.
in the dark. Yeah. I don't know. I didn't realize that there was like an option to like collect items the last time I played this, so I just sort of like talked to people in the last game, and
Oh yeah. I had no idea. I never would have guessed.
yeah. I don't know. It's like really, I don't know. I wanna talk to Pinpin Worldwide about this game at some point, because like I feel like the like attempts at like depicting like realistic environments, like before you could just like straight up have like a realistic environment.
Make a 3D world.
Yeah, like it's just like a lot more, I don't know, it's like a very
moody,
interesting and kind of like strange environment. Alright, so I'm gonna go to the map next.
I think it's honestly cooler.
Yeah, totally. It's a much more kind of like I don't know, you sort of have to like consider the aesthetics of the world a lot more when you're like when you can't just sort of like have it like imitate like a human perspective. And I feel like this one is this game's like particularly interesting because you're like it's like sort of like aping like sitcom aesthetics, I feel like, intentionally. And that's like pretty cool.
Right. Yeah, no, it definitely is. I like that whole gay scene from last time, from the one I missed, where they were just like doing like really intense lists for like 20 minutes.
Yeah, that was.
I mean, which like you can dunk on this, but that was about the level of like gay humor in like the 90s on sitcoms as well, to make that comparison.
Yeah, I was, whoever was in the chat last time, I was talking to them about how like Yeah, that basically was like the range of like gay representation in like mainstream culture back then was basically just like the most cartoonish idea of like a gay guy that you could think of.
Right.
Like they just want to fuck, or they just like want to like lisp and like literally fuck any guy that's around.
Right. Hold on. I'm about to throw my phone through the wall because I can't get this stupid link tree to work. Just a sec.
Oh, cool! I got tampons. Alright, I think I have accomplished everything that I need to do here. Except for maybe I can do this again. Ooh la la. Wow wow wee wow. Very nice. Yaxinage. Wowie wow. She's purty. Now we are accomplishing things again. Shit that we want. Wait. No, I need to go down and burn.
Oof. Okay.
Did you throw your phone?
I put it. It's up on the link tree. I didn't throw my phone, but I did throw the link up on the link tree.
Well. Alright, we're really making some gains here. We're basically like lifting right now, but in the context of a video game.
Whoa.
We're making gains, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentle people. I think like the fact that like this slaughterhouse like only slaughters cats is like one of my favorite jokes in this game so far.
Can't talk now, Steve.
No, that's
I've got
pretty
to hose
based.
out some entrails. Don't be such a stranger, Steve. And my best to your dad. Can't talk now, Steve. I've got to hose out some entrails. Don't read you, Steve. Don't be such a stranger, Steve. And my best to your dad.
Damn, might have missed my chance to get the meat slip. Son of a dang bitch.
Okay, I'm back. Sorry, I had to find a leash to take my dog for a walk. I almost cut my finger off like twice while I was cooking today.
Oh my god. What were you cooking?
So I was like cooking with like nagaimo, or however you pronounce it, which is like that Japanese sweet potato that you can like cook raw, and it's like really kind of got a crispy like light or crispy like texture and light flavor, but like it's super slimy. And it's like a lot of, as I've come to realize as I've been like cooking more Japanese food, like 99% of their ingredients like just like seem to just ooze cum as soon as you start like cooking with them. And so like you cut into this and it like is literally, it just becomes like slippery. It like becomes like straight out of like a Gokun scene. And so I just like literally just knife slipped like twice. Like I like actually sliced as far into my like nail as you probably could without like drawing blood. And then second time, like just I guess like glanced off a different nail.
Damn.
So I was like, damn, like thank God that like God saw fit to give us fingernails, I guess.
Yeah, I guess that's why we got them.
Yeah, so that when you're like cooking the like semen vegetables or whatever with your like knife, you don't cut your finger off or whatever.
It's pretty base that
A lot of foresight.
Yeah, it
on
also
that one.
seems sort of like
Thank God.
it's like one of those like God's plan moments where like, you know, Japanese people were pretty like reserved and like conservative for like most of their existence, but it just sort of seems like they were like due for like some kind of like perverse downfall when like most of their food stuff's just like food.
It looks like it's covered in cum.
Yeah.
I was,
imagine
yeah, I
like,
had some,
like in
like,
the Edo
yeah.
period, there's just like a samurai who's just like solemnly like cutting through like a sweet potato and cum comes out of it, and he's just like, I'm just going to do my best to ignore this, and hopefully we won't be sublimated by Western devils until this is like the basis for most of our economy.
Okay, except the way it really went was like, man, like this is pretty horny. I'm gonna like draw a bunch of like tentacle porn.
Yeah.
And invent that genre.
Yeah, totally.
So I mean, it all makes a lot of sense when you consider like I mean,
Yeah.
Another thing is just like you know you're like making like your combo dashi and you're like, you know, cold brewing it, so you got your kelp in like the room temperature water for a couple hours, you pull it out and it's like dripping in mucus. Or like you have your like egg on like rice and it's like just raw egg, it looks like mucus covered rice. Or like you're like natto, it like looks like fucking soybeans just like covered in like, I don't know, like yeast infection, like discharge. It's like, I don't know, it's like all like very like body horror but like cum oriented.
Yeah.
And I don't know, I mean, it's like I like, again, as I've been cooking more like Japanese dishes that aren't just like sushi or like whatever stuff is like more, I guess, popular with like Western palates.
Hi,
like
what's your name?
you like,
Karen.
I'm like not really
What are you
impressed
doing?
anymore by like
Playing.
all those like,
My
you know,
mom is
drink
working,
100
so I
like
gotta stay
cum
out of
shot
her
like
hair.
Gokun scenes,
Wanna
because it's like
play?
this is literally just
Not
like
now,
every
maybe
fucking
later.
like breakfast.
Okay.
Oh yeah,
bye
for sure.
bye.
Yeah.
It's like if I was eating like
Bye bye.
fucking like natto for breakfast and, you know, like egg covered rice and like, I don't know, like slurping up like kombu like slime, you know, I mean, that, I don't know, it doesn't seem that hard anymore, honestly. Anyway, this is my way of announcing that I have a project coming up with the JAV industry, as you may or may not have heard of.
Oh, I love the JAV industry.
Oh,
We should really do a
Steve,
JAV
what are you
like
doing,
titles
sneaking
review,
up on me like that?
or we should like do a
For a second, I thought you were Mr.
like
Johnson.
JAV like audience submission
What would you like
thing or something like that. We should make a game show out of it.
Yeah.
Sure. And my
Yeah, we
name's
should do like
Edna
a
Fitzpatrick.
thing where like people
I'm
have
not
to like
the one with amnesia.
decide like
Then
which
you
one's
believe me.
real or not.
Well,
like, we
you
create,
always
like,
were a
two fake
kidder,
ones,
Steve.
and people
Right,
have to
yeah.
decide, like,
Changed.
what the real
I'm not
Right.
kidding.
Now, Steve,
Exactly.
taking
And if you
amnesia
guess
won't
wrong,
help
then
anything. If you don't want to marry
if
Stephanie,
you guess right,
then don't. But don't
then,
play sick, for heaven's sake.
I
I'd expect that from
was gonna say
Karen,
then we
not
send
an
you a copy of
18-year-old.
it, but we probably actually have some underage viewers, so that might be illegal.
Yeah. Maybe. I don't know. We'll do a poll beforehand to see like how old everybody is.
There isn't a nicer girl in Harvest than Stephanie, Steve.
It is really funny to
You
me
should
how
be
like
grateful that
I
she's
feel like the
promised
skill
you
of
a
like
ring.
just lying about your
I don't
age on the
remember that
internet has been like
happening yet.
lost. Like now that it's like
Honestly,
normalized to
you
like,
men are so
you know, whatever,
childish.
be a kid on the internet.
I don't know what it is.
It's like when I was
about
like a kid,
marriage
you would
that
just be
turns
like, yeah,
even
I'm
the
18,
bravest
while you're like
man into
acting
a
like
coward.
your
was gonna
age
marry
as a
Karen's
12-year-old or
father.
whatever.
When he just
Yeah.
up and
When
ran
I
out
was
on me one
when I
night.
was in middle school, I always
heard
thought it
that
was
he joined
funny.
a
Like whenever
lodge.
I was like looking at Fortnite, I
He
always
did,
thought
I
it was
never
like
saw him
funny
come out
to
again.
like
Even Sheriff Dwayne wasn't
I mean,
able to
I'm
find
you know
out
that
what
was only like
happened
2
to him.
years ago because I'm only 14 and a little cat girl that was in
Yeah, same.
Italy, in Neo Italy 6, but back when I was in middle school, I always thought it was funny because like how like most like porn websites they have that thing where just like you have to like agree to be like 18 years or older or not.
Yes.
I would always just,
Right.
to just like say like no, I'm under 18 just to see where the website would take me, and like 9 times out of 10
yeah.
they would always like just take you back to like Google or something, but every once in a while it would take you
Right,
to like
yeah.
thebible.com.
Mr.
or
Johnson
something.
has a liking for me.
Pretty good.
I call it
Yeah.
a crush, but that's too innocent a word. He's a bitter man
Yeah,
with too much
yeah.
time on his hands.
See, like
He's
even
never
the
gotten
forums,
over
like I
being
feel like would be like
rejected
you
by
have to be
the
like
lodge.
18 or something.
And there's
I don't know. Like I
something
feel like you have to like lie more
unwholesome in the way he looks
consistently,
at me.
or at least you have to be 13, which
I'm
like
always glad when the sheriff
I
comes
definitely
in
wasn't
with
even when I was like using like HaloMods.com,
Yeah, totally.
which I got banned
The
from for getting
lodge
into
is the
Flame War, which is
repository of
really
all wisdom.
probably
You
good
should
for
join the
me.
Order of the Harvest Moon,
Yeah.
Steve.
I didn't make
and
another
soon.
account for some reason,
Why?
even though like no one
For
cared who I
God's sake,
was,
what
and I
is
could
it
have just
about
made another
this
account. I was
place?
just like, damn, like
The wheat ripens and waits not for the scythe. The farmer who
All that-
waits too
all that
long, it were better that he used
time
the
I
scythe
put
to
into
rip
that
his
account,
own
which,
stomach
like, I
out
mean,
than to
you know.
stay his scythe when the wheat ripens.
again, it didn't make sense, but it's like
The
one of those
harvest
things where it's
moon
like you're like,
wanes, and
damn, I
then
like
comes winter.
had that Halo
An
Mods
empty
account.
belly,
That
the body
was me.
sun's
I was
belly,
Master Chief
gurgling within, or bloody on the
2552.
ground.
Yeah.
What does it benefit
Never
a
gonna
man
get
if
in
he
it. I mean,
gains his
what am I gonna
soul
do?
and
Like
loses
Master
the
Chief
world?
2553? That's not the
You
year in which the
hunger.
events of the original Halo
Feed
game occur.
yourself.
2552.
before
I
it's
I'm not like
late.
I'm just never gonna use this website again. And it's kind of like
Edna?
that was
Steve.
just my line of thinking, even though it would have been really no trouble to make another account and get back into Flame
Were you
Wars.
talking about Boyle?
Yeah, totally.
Or was it Karen?
You seem
Um,
strange there for a minute.
Kind of like a,
sorry.
I mean,
I'm under a lot
not
of
to
stress.
stretch the Japanese
Running this
comparison
diner
tonight,
all
but it was
alone.
kind of like a Bushido type
Forgive me.
mentality. It's like, all right, like
Yeah,
I got into Flame War. We know what needs to happen. I'm not going to kill myself in real life, but for the purposes of HaloMods.com, I will be.
Yeah,
Dead.
you're basically you're effectively dead. Yeah, that reminds me like the first like forum that I was ever really active on was actually like the forum for like a Teen Titans like the animated series
Yeah.
anti-website. But it's like how I found out about like the Arcade Fire and like jungle music.
Whoa.
Through like the music forum on a Teen Titans pornographic forum.
Oh my god. Damn. Oh man. I feel like there were like some really funny like porn forums back then.
Though I see them together a lot, Boyle
there
and
was
the
one,
sheriff
like,
never act very
called,
friendly
like,
towards each other. Almost like
Only the
there's
Best
some
Fake,
kind of bond
and it was
between them
like
besides
a
friendship.
website that had
Or what it
like
might be, I can't
fakes,
imagine.
like photoshopped
Maybe
like
Sheriff Dwayne
celebrity
resents the
like
fact that
images.
he's never been
And,
able to get into the lodge. So that's not
I went on
Boyle's
that
fault.
because I think I
He
was like
just
googling
hands
for
out
like
the
I don't know
applications.
some like
He doesn't decide who gets admitted.
I don't even remember like who it was originally. Like I think it might have been Sandra Bullock. I had like a weird crush on her when I was like a kid.
Yeah,
And I was
I
like,
was
damn,
really
like, I
into
wonder if there's
Uma
any Sandra Bullock
Thurman for
news.
some reason when I was like 14.
I feel like that makes more sense because she was like in like Quentin Tarantino movies, which were like
Yeah,
cool
totally.
when you were in high
Yeah.
school. But like Sandra Bullock was in like, I don't even know. It's just like, all right, well, she's hot.
You were
like,
really
you
into the
know.
movie Speed.
Yeah, right. Which, I didn't even see that. No, I only see shit like Miss Congeniality or whatever. I was like, all right,
The
like,
lodge is the
I don't know what the fuck
repository
that's
of
about,
all
but this bitch
wisdom.
hot. Like,
Yeah.
You should join the
Googling her
Order of the
tits,
Harvest
and-
Moon, Steve.
so I
And
don't know. So that was
soon-
like a really funny
Why?
site because you'd have like a
For
bunch of
God's
like
sake, what
fake
is it about this
images
place?
of
The
and
wheat
it's,
ripens and
which
waits
actually
not for
funny
the
callback
sod.
to
The farmer who waits
meaningful
too
images
long
only, the
would better
images,
that he used the
fake
sod to
images,
rip
right?
his
The
own
profile picture, which is
the
not a
harvest.
coincidence.
You hung.
Edna?
I invite our viewers to
seem
sort of make the
I'm sorry.
connections they need to from that, but
Stop by anytime.
it was just funny because
Steve.
there's like a bunch of fake images of like celebrities like, you know, naked and stuff, but like a lot of them were, it was just like a varying quality and like varying like varying plausibility, I would say, in terms of the scenarios and stuff. I don't know, it's like pretty like, it's just like a funny thing to exist in like retrospect. And it's like funny too because like I feel like people have calmed down about it, but like people are all like, oh man, like deep fakes or whatever, like, you know, 5 years ago or whatever when that first started coming out, and like, man, like all this like reality is going to be like blended and stuff. But honestly, some of those fakes were like pretty convincing, and I was like in 2000, I don't know, like something or whatever. It was actually only a couple years ago because I'm currently 14.
Right. We've been 14 for a long time.
It works different in the anime world
Yeah, and in Italy.
and in Italy. Yeah.
In Italy,
right.
you're effectively 14 until you, from like the moment that you turn 14 until the moment that you're like 45, and then you're just immediately.
Well, and like, kind of like I was gonna say it's kind of like Slavic like aging, where it's like you hit 14 and then you're like hot for like 15 years. You just stay at that age, and then you become a babushka.
Yeah, exactly.
Actually, there's an extra like stage. There's an extra stage for like Slavism, and then your face just somehow becomes like twice as poofy and wide, and then that happens for like 10 years, and then you're a babushka.
Yeah.
By like age 35 or whatever that adds up to.
All right, so I'm in the general.
But you make
store
really
now.
fucking good like pitching your paprika and stuff.
Yeah.
So, you know, I mean, it's like you're wifeable the whole time.
Totally. I'm in the general store right
the
now in the game.
Or
At the Gin Her All store. If you get my drift. Wink, wink. Nod,
I guess I
nod.
do.
Alright, I'm talking
At the Getting Her Off store.
Can I help you, dear?
Who are you?
This is Phelps General Store.
I'm outside so I
who
can
would that
burp.
make me?
I was
Maybe
inside
you
my
need to
girlfriend
go
would
back
already
and
be
give
hitting me.
Memorial and have Miss Whaley teach you about logic.
I'm fuzzy on a lot of things these days. My memory's gone.
Pshaw, you always were a kidder, Steve.
I'm serious. I need some help.
Well, they say a sharp blow to the head is a good thing for amnesia. In which case, I'd recommend Miss Whaley again. Then again, they say a good scare can jog the memory. In which case, I'd advise you to visit the Sergeant at Arms over at the lodge. That man gives me the willies. Speaking of willies, how's your father?
Don't know. My so-called mother keeps him locked in his room. And I can't get in.
Care to buy anything today?
Yeah, what should I buy? I'll
Just
buy
point to
something.
whatever you want. I'm a little hard of hearing.
Oh, cool. I'm gonna buy. Oh, cool. I'm gonna buy an adult magazine.
What's your character's age in this again?
He's like a normal high school boy.
Right. But he's not an adult.
Yeah, no, he's like 18 or something. He's like a normal high school age.
Hello, Steve. Care to buy anything today? Just point to whatever you want. I'm a little hard of hearing.
You have to like hand him spawning or something like this? Alright, cool. Now I have...
A girly magazine? Why, Steve, I'm surprised at you. I'd expect that sort of thing from Deputy Loomis, but never from you. He's always coming in here oogling the girly magazines behind my counter. Darned if I'd sell him one, though. I know his wife, for heaven's sakes.
Well, will you sell me one?
I certainly will, Steve. That kind of interest is healthy for a young fellow. Steers him away from being a fireman.
Alright, cool. I'm gonna go sell a girly mag to a police officer. Oh shit, I forgot to add you onto the stream. Hold on one sec. Are you still there, Ichiban Misato?
I am, yeah. Wait, as in I'm not audible, or as in my character is not there?
I forgot to put your character there. You're here now. I only had like one picture of you like saved to my desktop,
that's fine.
Though, so it is.
Can you use the? Is it the one me twerking?
No, it's you saluting while wearing military garb.
Oh, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
That's more dignified.
So here's a good joke for you. So there's all these filing cabinets in the police station, and there's two full filing cabinets titled Unsolved Arson, and then there's two empty filing cabinets called Solved Cases. Good job, pigs.
Damn.
That's the evidence room, where we store items lifted from crime scenes. It's kept locked at all times. There's things in there that could make people jump through hoops, if I wanted. Hello, Steve. Let me introduce myself. I'm Sheriff Dwayne, and this here's Loomis.
Pleasure, I reckon.
Then, we haven't met before?
Of course we have, but I heard about your alleged amnesia and figured I'd play along. I sure hope this is just a prank, and not the start of some insanity plea. Keep your nose clean, or you'll wind up in jail, and that's no place to hold a wedding.
Yeah, one of the things I was thinking about was how that scene when you get to the lodge, on the outside it's like very dungeony, right?
Yeah.
And I don't think you'd be able to make something that has that much atmosphere anymore. I mean, just to go back to like what you were saying about how it's more deliberate and stuff, it's not just like more deliberate, it's that you have obviously so much less assets you need to make that you can actually pour that amount of effort into it, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, they put like a lot
Which
of...
you can't... Yeah, they put a lot of effort into it, right?
Yeah, I mean, like
can't
all
really
of the actors
do that
in it
without a
are
big
like
budget.
real people. They like filmed.
I
like,
know.
Incorporated.
I always
into,
think
like,
about that
Yeah.
with live action stuff from like
Why do you want to break your poor
cool
mama's heart with all this amnesia?
they
bro?
actually... I mean, like, Red Alert 2 is one of my canonical examples of this
Well,
with
you've
Tanya
always
and
been a
the
kidder,
fucking
Steve.
Yeah, so
Ray
everybody
Wise
keeps telling me.
as
Boy,
the
you need to
president
stop
of the
all
US.
this funning and get serious.
Like
You've
truly
got a
amazing
wedding coming up
cutscenes.
soon. Heck,
Yeah.
you should be thinking about your career and about joining the lodge.
I'm just trying to imagine like Ray Wise, like in the 90s, an actual actor, and they're just asking him to be the president in this extremely campy video game, and he's like, absolutely, I'd love to. So what? So I get called by the premier, and then his servant Yuri uses a mind control beam to get me to fire the missiles at my own troops or something. That's awesome. I'd love to take this part.
Yeah. Sign me up, bud.
Amnesia or
That's
no,
a real actor,
you
a
can't
real
forget you're
actor
about to marry the prettiest
just
little
takes-
thing in Harvest.
takes any old part,
I
takes
think
risks.
you and Stephanie are perfect for each other. I just hope her father's disappointment doesn't
I think there was a
spoil
Christopher
everything.
Walken line
Disappointment?
quote from some
Mr.
interview or
Potsdam
something at
wants
some
to
point
hold the
where he
wedding in
said
the lodge.
something
But he'll
along the
never
lines
get
of
in.
someone was asking, how do you
Like
pick
all
your
the
roles? And he
rest,
said,
he's
like, I
always
say yes to
hanging
every
around
role
the
that's
post
offered to me
office
or
the
something.
first day of the month,
Um,
waiting for
yeah,
boys
the
to bring out
Christopher
that
Walken
month's
line
lodge
is that like
applications.
when people
There's
ask him like why
always
he's
a
been
long
in like so
line,
many like bad
never
like
enough
mediocre
applications
movies,
to go around,
his response was
and even
like,
if you do
I
get an
literally can't
application,
tell if a movie is
chances
good
are
by
you're
reading
right
the
out of luck.
script. Like it's really
Your
hard
call
No, I
to
mean,
is
tell
already even
if
less
it's like
accepted.
good
That's
or
actually
not.
such a
Potsdam, well,
that is
they've
actually
turned
such a
him
good
down
point
so many
though, because
times,
I
unless he
mean, I
does
don't know.
something radical, he'll never get in.
Like, would you, if you just read the Metal Gear Solid 2 script, would you think that that was a, going to be a good game?
Oh no, I feel like once I got to the Arsenal Gear monologue in like that's like the end of it, I'd be like, all right, I'm sold. This is like 8 pages long. It's literally just like nothing happens.
That's true. I was
during
stupid.
it.
That was a terrible
it's just
example. That's an
like-
excellent script.
It's like a skull superimposed over an old man's face, and there's like no animation besides that for like 8 minutes. No, this is clearly dope.
No, you're 100% right. That was a terrible example, and I'm a fucking idiot.
Yeah. But I don't know. Maybe like Metal Gear Solid 3 would be like a better example because it's like, stuff. That's like definitely I think kind of like the best earliest example of like things consistently happening during like the cutscenes in like a Kojima game. Who is like, I'm kind of like breaking character here, but who is also my grandfather, who I also barely know.
Yeah. Yeah, that would be kind of weird for you, especially to be reading about, like,
Yeah.
A relative like that.
Yeah. So I don't know if you
On
can
a personal level.
I don't know if you can like hear like the game audio, but I've just been playing like dialogue
Oh,
options.
no, I'm watching
like,
on
while
Discord.
Oh, you are? Oh, cool.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna keep going then. I'm gonna.
Crime-wise, nothing much has happened in Harvest since the newspaper fire. Oh, sure. Every week or so, we get the odd transient dropping dead. But other than that, it gets pretty
Maybe what you
slow
could do, just
around
for my
here.
benefit, is just repeat all the lines as they're being said.
Oh yeah, that sounds like a really good idea. All right.
Sure.
Sure.
You
You
remember?
remember? The
And
Sentinel
for viewers-
building
burned down about 6 months ago.
That's what I'm
Well,
telling you, Sheriff. I
don't
don't remember anything. Why won't you believe I have amnesia?
Well, you've always
All
been
right.
a kidder,
Still
Steve.
doing that bit.
Anyway, the fireman said the fire was caused by arson. I never caught the perp, though.
But we found the gas can that was used. Yes, sir, Bob. It's in the evidence room.
Loomis, that's classified.
Darn it.
How many times you gonna have to tell me to keep my mouth shut, I wonder? Sorry, boss.
You've got the gas can in the evidence room? Did you dust it for Prince?
You've been watching too much TV, Steve. Heck, who can make out all those curvy lines anyhow? No, it's sitting in there gathering dust, clean as the day we found it, just in case I ever need a spare gas can. That case is closed, Steve.
All right, I want to know more about Loomis.
Loomis here is my deputy. Without him, I'd have a hard time keeping the peace, or at least taking a lunch break. Mainly Loomis answers the phone and babysits the office while I'm out, though sometimes he likes to go in the back and stain the jail mattress. Isn't that right, Loomis?
Oh, now, Sheriff, what you got to go and say that for?
Loomis has more than his share of problems. I wouldn't invite him to the wedding. Or if you do, make sure he doesn't catch the garter. That could be embarrassing.
Oh, I wouldn't do nothing, Dwayne. But I sure would like a little garter that'd been around Stephanie's thigh. Oh, why, that'd be right special.
Alright, I think I've exhausted.
Stop on by any time, Steve.
I need to
Okay,
like.
I'm gonna actually open up the YouTube. I appreciate this though.
Well, I shared my screen on the Discord, so you can also follow it there.
It doesn't share audio when you do that though.
What? Say what?
I know.
I'm about to give Loomis the adult magazine.
Oh,
Oh,
oh, by George.
Whoa.
Oh, by
Jimmy.
Jiminy. Oh, here's the real thing. Oh, can I have it?
Sure.
Oh, thank you, Steve. Excuse me, kiddo. I gotta go check the jail for clean towels.
Alright, cool. Time to commit some crimes. Alright, just stole from the police. Time to do some breaking and entering. Here we go. Alright, what do I want? Alright, apparently Loomis came all over a mannequin in the evidence locker.
Okay, so I put the YouTube on, but the problem is that it's pretty heavily lagged.
Yeah.
Which makes it also impossible to sort of react in real time. I think we should just do the thing that we were doing where you were reading it in real time, because watching that, honestly, it seems kind of more like the way it's meant to be. Good.
Yeah, no, I think that's like I think that's the best option. So, camera.
Point and click.
Let's see, sneakers too.
Hello, Steve. Where's Loomis?
Hello, Steve. Where's Loomis?
Oh,
The sheriff is catching Loomis.
Loomis, damn you!
wait, no. No. No.
Wow. He's whacking him with a newspaper like a dog. Like a dirty dog. Like a dang old dirty dog. Alright, so time to go back to the general store. Sheriff, if you think I'm going to keep paying this forever, you are crazy. There are limits, Boyle. Well, looks like that dang old boy
Well.
was being blackmailed by the cops. Time for me to blackmail him instead. I'm gonna give me a goddamn lodge application. It's the last thing I do. Ichiban Misato, do you have a favorite type of spaghetti? Hello?
It's gonna have to be linguine.
Really?
Not spaghetti, but yeah, I like it a little thick, like to have a little bit of body.
I'm on both ends of the spectrum from there. I like
You're definitely on the spectrum.
I like pappardelle and I like angel hair.
Can't talk now, Steve. I've got to hose out some entrails.
That was great.
Don't be such a stranger, Steve. And my best to your dad. Can't
Someone
talk now,
made
Steve.
a
I've got to hose out some entrails.
sort of gangster alter ego named Tony Pappardelle, and I would like send
Don't
threatening
worry, Steve.
messages to my friends from Tony.
Don't be such a stranger, Steve. And
Or
my
I
best to your
send like
dad.
reassuring messages. It would like you'd either get like a pep talk unsolicited from Tony Pappardelle, or you'd get a threat, but like a vague one that wasn't like prosecutable.
Oh wow. So I'm about to go blackmail the Postmaster General. Postmaster Boyle.
Sorry, son, no time to talk.
Sorry, son, no
Neither
time to
rain
talk.
nor sleet nor
Neither
snow
rain
nor
sleet
hell
nor
shall
snow
keep the
nor
mail from
hail
its
shall
appointed
keep the mail
rounds.
from its appointed rounds. My only option is button.
It's been missing for months now. I keep meaning to get another, but, well, the button's very distinctive. I'd have to file an S-411 with Washington to get another, and I just don't need the extra paperwork. Sure wish I could find it.
Alright, so I guess I gotta show him the shit. Alright.
Next time you post, don't forget the zip code.
Oh, I do have the meat mission slip.
What does this mean?
I know why the sheriff is blackmailing you.
This is
This is unexpected
and awkward. But my luck's been bad ever since Dwayne found that darn gas can at the newspaper building the day after the fire. He has this insane notion that it's mine. I pay him not because I'm guilty, but because I don't want him slurring my good name around Harvest.
Oh, naturally.
You know, he keeps that gas can in the evidence room at his office. I'd be really grateful to whoever could fetch me that can. Grateful enough to provide him with a lodge application. Oh, and Steve, you'll keep this to yourself. If you're smart.
See what he does with the goddamn checkbook.
What does this mean? That's an interesting item, but the fact that you asked me that question proves you know nothing.
Oh, alright, so I need both of them. Alright, well, I already know what I need now, so...
You do that, Steve.
Alright.
Sorry, son, no time to talk.
Bye!
Next time you post. Oh my God, I can't believe it. After all this time.
Where's my application, Boyle?
Here, take it. With my thanks.
You know,
This morning as I was making my rounds, I noticed an awful lot of television aerials on the roofs. Seems like more and more each day. You got me this can just in time, youngster. I may have need of it again.
What do you mean?
There's another reason why Sheriff Dwayne didn't investigate the Sentinel file. If you'd like to get something else on the blackmailing bastard, check around the television station. While you still can.
Okay, so apparently that post office man has something against television, which
That's a ticket.
Alright, I think I filled out the lodge application. Time to head on over to the lodge.
I see you've managed to acquire an application that demonstrates resourcefulness, a desirable trait for prospective members. You need a rest. Report back here for your next assignment.
Welcome to our order, brother.
The hand that grips the knife is
Alright. I think I'm gonna call it quits for today. We've done day one at this point. I think it's a good time to call it quits. I have to drive to Flint, Michigan tomorrow at 7 a.m. I'm gonna call back, girl. I'm gonna settle into the evening, y'all. But thank you to all of the like 3 people that are watching right now, whatever. This is Wallet Snake signing off. Ichiban Masato, are you still there? Ichiban, gomenasai. She seems to be off a line daru. Hello? Misato? Misato? Hello? Alright. Alright, I'm signing off. I can't, codec is down. I can no longer get in touch with, Ichiban Masato on this channel, so I'm just going to, cut the stream. Good luck to everybody this week. Bye.